Hello. So this Ozkowski reads a poem. It's an informative show. It's an educational show. You learn things. I read some poems, pass on my years of wisdom. So I'm going to pass on some more wisdom, some more things that I learned today. Well, just one thing is all Germans hate marshmallows. Apparently, I learned that today. So if you're having a campfire, do not invite the Germans. Secondly, most importantly, pay attention now, take some notes. If you meet some people for the first time and they don't know you, when you tell them a joke, they may not realize that it is a joke and they may think that you are a psychopath. So I was hanging out with some people on Saturday, just talking with them, and they seemed like really cool people who I would maybe want to be friends with. They're like smart, artistic, and they seemed interested that I just moved from Canada. So the one girl asked me, she's like, "Oh, so what have you been doing these past 2 weeks in Scotland?" And I guess I've been thinking about my friend Jess Taylor, who's amazing. And as a tribute to her, when I was asked, "So what have you been doing these past 2 weeks in Scotland?" I just said, you know, I've just been crying and masturbating mostly. So those people just walked away. They are not going to be my friends. That's make that clear. When I really should have said, like, oh, just been going for walks, going to the museum, things like that, blah blah blah. So let that be a lesson to you. The poem I'm going to read is about going to museum. You can use this poem as maybe fodder for talk about museums when you meet new people, instead of talking about crying and masturbating. Let's get that clear. Do not tell strangers you've been crying and masturbating, because they will believe you. So this poem is called Night Guard, and it goes like this. Night Guard. That museum night guard and the games he played to keep himself awake. Light a gold square from the ceiling window, making the darkness look blue and the air taste like silver. The mummies were no longer humans. The dinosaurs no longer magnificent. All those bones anchored to the floor, and half of them estimates. He'd touch them sometimes, say these are the bones of a dinosaur. But they felt no different than the banisters on the stairs he stepped down 40 times a night. 1,600 steps down on his nightly rounds, touching things that shouldn't be touched. So I hope that you've all learned something from that video, and you will not make the same mistake I did.